Hey, this is the Archangel 2210 here to talk to you about the Justice League. Yes, there has been confirmation that the Justice League movie is now back on track. It's about time. Now, it's going to be around, I think, 2013 or so. They're actually going to bring it back and they're actually going to continue to work on it. I think because Thor and Captain America and the Iron Man movies, and they're finally working on the Avengers movie that the Marvel said they've been working on. It finally looks like it's finally over the horizon. Now Warner Brothers got that fire lit under them to get the Justice League movie going back. So, confirmation that Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Flash have been confirmed as far as I know. And people may wonder, okay, what does that mean for the Wonder Woman television series that is coming up and the Christopher Nolan version of Batman? Okay, calm down. Now, for the Wonder Woman television series, putting that aside for now, because that's actually a separate project from the Justice League movie. I was concerned at first. I thought they're going to use the same actress or this, or whatever, but it's a separate project completely. So it's nowhere connected to the television series. Just the same thing when they did Smallville. Uh, During season 5, they did 5 or 6. They did Superman Returns during Smallville, and Smallville was still going on, so it had no effect of Smallville. So same thing with that. Um, the Wonder Woman television series that's going to be coming up, it has no, because Wonder Woman is actually going to get her own spin-off movie after the Justice League film, Wonder Woman and Flash. So we actually are going to get our Wonder Woman live action film. Hip hip hooray! We finally got it coming up. Um, Now with Batman, I actually heard that they might do a re-envisioning of Batman, like reimagining for him, because the way Christopher Nolan designed him and redid it, he's completely separate from the DC universe, because it's so dark and gritty and realistic that it really wouldn't match the Green Lantern that was done with Ryan Reynolds, which I don't know if they're going to use the same Green Lantern from that Green Lantern film. I highly doubt it, but if they do, it would be great if they cast uh, Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern for the Justice League film. I don't know. I'm just throwing names out there. I don't know if they're going to use Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern for the Justice League film. They may even use a completely different Green Lantern. They might use John Stewart or Kyle Rayner. Who knows? So that way there's no um, conflict. But with other characters, but with Batman, they actually said they're actually gonna you re-envision it and have it where it fits like a completely separate Batman that's just for this Justice League movie franchise. Has nothing connected to the Batman movie franchise, so it's gonna be a completely separate project, completely disconnected. On purpose, though. Unlike with the Marvel movies, they disconnected it because they wanted to press the reset button and just pretend that those movies never happened. Instead of, saying, okay, this is a separate project, and we're going to use a different character, a different interpretation of the character, from the get go, and just be honest with people instead of saying, oh, because the Marvel universe, I already talked about that. The continuity's kind of screwy. But I'm very excited about this. Hearing this news that the Justice League movie's back on track. I'm really excited about it, and the characters I would love to see in this film are, because they're probably not gonna have like a huge assemblage of characters in the very beginning. They're probably gonna have about 7 or so, and then characters that have been confirmed: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, I think Green Lantern, and Flash. That's 5 right there, and 2 others I would like to have in there. Maybe Hulk Girl. It'd be really great to see Hulk Girl. Um, Probably not. Probably the characters to go with are, if I were to guess, maybe Martian Manhunter and Green Arrow. Those would be 2 great characters to see in the movie. I would really love to see those 2 characters. But if not, at least in the second one, as in the sequel. And I would love to see Zatanna, Black Canary, um, Another great thing, if they re-envision the Batman universe in this Justice League film, I would actually really love to see Oracle. If not her herself, at least him mention her, and you hear her voice via communication, and you see like a green mask on some sort of visual screen saying that it's Oracle. Oracle, come in. Can you hear me? That would be mind blowing to have that there, because the only live action incarnation we had of Oracle was in the Birds of Prey television series, which was short lived and not many people remember it back in 2002. And you could kind of count Smallville, but not really. When Chloe became Watchtower, and then Tess Mercer, she kind of became an incarnation of the first Oracle, but the codename is Watchtower. So it's kind of Oracle, but not really. I you know I would love to have like, all right, basically Martian Manhunter would be amazing to see. I would love to see Martian Manhunter visually, his power set. I would love to see Martian Manhunter. I would really like to see Black Canary, like the incarnation straight out of the comic books. Now the question is with Black Canary, which costume design should they go with? Classic old school design, or the one that was kind of more on the Smallville design, which I kind of like the modern costume, but if they're going to do like a flashback, they should really do, like, I would love to have like flashback sequences and you see all the characters in like their original incarnation costumes or something, or maybe parallel universes, and you see like Earth 2, and then you see Justice League how they were back in the 19 I think they appeared in like the 1960s. I could be wrong. I'm shaky on that information, but I'm super excited about this. I'm super excited that the Justice League films got back on track. It's finally coming back to a head. We're gonna get a Wonder Woman film after the Justice League films, and we're gonna get a Flash film. They're gonna be spin-off films. So whoever's probably playing the characters in the film will probably be the same actor or actress playing them in the spin-off film. Now, this is from what I heard. Whether or not Christian Bale will reprise his role, it's skeptical at this point. Uh, Christian Bale has said that he would not want to reprise his film after The Dark Knight Rises. Um, but he said, I think if Christopher Nolan is doing another Batman film, then he'll do it. But we'll probably get a different Batman completely from scratch, but it will have uh, fragments of the Christopher Nolan version in the new one that we'll have. You know, main thing, just the main thing I would really want from that to change for the new Batman, not much, but just the costume. I know some people probably think the costume is awesome and it looks fantastic, and it does, but just to fit in the Justice League format, I don't know, just a little tweaking, a little more color, maybe a little grayish or a little bluish in the costume, and a different Batmobile. That's mainly it. Other than that, there's really not much more I could change. Just other than the costume itself, then that's pretty much it. Bigger Batman symbol, um, you know, different design Batmobile. That's really nothing else I could change for the Justice League film. Um, Villains for the Justice League movie. Now that is something to talk about. Well, now with the Superman film that's coming out, I'm hearing a lot of stuff, a lot of casting. Henry Cavill, he's going to be Superman. Um, Kevin Costner is going to be Jonathan Kent. Um, and Amy Adams is going to be Lois Lane. I think she's a really great actress. I think she'll play a nice Lois Lane. Um, Anyone will be a step up from Kate Bosworth, but Amy Adams she's a brilliant actress. I think she'll pull it off nicely. She'll have to wear a wig, to get dark hair, but that's a minor detail. I don't really care about that. I will, okay. Back to the Justice League film. Villains, I would love to see maybe Brainiac. Um, you don't want to have like the super huge villain in the very beginning because you don't want to put all the eggs in one basket. But they could put little foreshadowing of Darkseid in there. Not that he's the main villain in the first film, but at least mention him, or that there's a darkness in the horizon. There's someone more powerful out there, and they could talk. They could make references to New Genesis and his son Orin and Apocalypse and all that. Possibly in the first film, maybe, and the main villains could be. Let's see. I would say the Legion of Doom, but I don't want it to be too like cartoony, you know, because I'm kind of thinking of like the what would be big enough for all these heroes to come together, because it might be it might be something like how the Justice League animated series came about, that it was pretty much a modern origin story where they all came together for the first time to take out the White Martians. Now, I don't know. Who do you think should be the next villain for this upcoming Justice League movie that's coming out? You know what? Write a comment below and tell me who you think should be the one villain or the team of villains that should be lined up. Because there's endless possibilities. If you want, because you don't want this to be just one film, you could make this be a franchise and do 3 or 4 Justice League films with all these characters in it, and you could have Justice Society characters coming in, like Doctor Fate and Black Canary, and Atom Smasher, and all those great characters, and Vixen, Black Lightning, Red Tornado. There's tons and tons of characters to have, and tons of villains. But what characters do you think will be great for the first story to tell to bring the Justice League together? Write a comment below, subscribe, tell me what you think who should be the villains for this movie. Just an idea, just ideas, just tossing ideas around.